Hi, I'm Christy Rains, and this is Annie. People often complain that their saddle is falling off to one side, or one stirrup is always longer than the other, or you'll ride behind them and it looks like their saddle's always shifted off to one side. Also, that they have trouble getting one lead or the other, or flying lead changes. And often that's caused by the horses carrying their ribs to one side habitually. Annie, just by habit, carries her ribs to the left. Just like I prefer to write with my right hand. I could learn to write with the other hand, but I just prefer this one. And Annie, as a habit, has this bend most of the time. Now, she can swing her ribs either direction. And I have a series of exercises that will help you with that on the ground and in the saddle. Today we're going to talk about small circles around something like a barrel and snaky bends to help mobilize the ribs. All right, Annie, are you ready? So what I'll do is I'm going to ride in a circle around this little barrel, and I'd like for her, picture the circle that she's on. I would like for her body to be all her zones on the path of the circle. You'll see her step under her belly button with her inside back leg. Whoops, she did a little bit too much and she disengaged. So I'm going to attempt to get my body, I'm exaggerating, try to get my body in the same shape I'd like her body. So I'm raising here. I'm not going to collapse. If I collapse my ribs, see what happens? I send her out. But I'm going to try to stretch up so my ribs are longer on this side than that side. Now this is her preferred way. This is the side she likes to hold her ribs on. The other thing I'm doing is I'm lifting this elbow away from the barrels. I'm putting this one in my ribs to try to get this shape in my body and hers. Now, I'm going to disengage and let her have comfort when it's right, when she has her body in this shape for this circle. Let her stand here a minute and have comfort, and then we'll try the other way. This is her harder direction, okay? But if you play with all these different exercises, your horse will be even. You'll be able to do either way evenly. It's like Pat had us mount from the offside for a year. Every day I mounted from the right for a whole year till it felt just the same as mounting from the left. So see, she's done this before, so she's able to move her ribs over. She's stepping under her belly button. She's actually doing a little too much because she wants to disengage. She knows that the reward is she gets to disengage and face the barrel. So now I'll turn, look at her hip, allow her to face the barrel, and that's her reward. So that will help her learn to swing her ribs. She prefers to the left. That'll help her learn to swing her ribs to the right. That'll help me get right leads better and flying lead changes left to right better. It'll help me get all kinds of different things like laterals. It'll improve everything. Okay, the next thing we'll talk about is snaky bends, where we do kind of a serpentine, but I want to make sure that she takes her shoulders with her. A lot of times they'll keep the same bend going through the serpentine. We want her to change the ribs. So I'll show that on the cones. I'll attempt to. Now start all these exercises at the walk and get the horse nice and relaxed at the walk, and then you can ask for them at the trot. So we're doing all this freestyle. So I'm going to rather than use the reins, I'm going to try to use my body. So see, I have this bend. Now I'm going to change the bend, see if I can change the ribs. There. Okay, now I'm going to change my ribs. And now I'm going to change my ribs on this side. Okay, make the turn, try to keep a curve in her body on the turn. And now I'm going to shift and get her to shift her ribs. This is on a loose rein. It's coming more from my seat. Try to stretch down with my leg, and just take my weight over. Focus ahead, not down at my cone. Maybe I'll do just a little circle here. This is the side that she does not prefer to take her ribs, so it's good to do a little extra over here. Okay, now see, can we shift this way again? Now can I get this at the trot? Can I get a bend in the ribs at the trot? Can I get a bend in the ribs? Very good, Annie. So I'm going to disengage her and face the camera. Now, what was I doing with my seat and my legs? You saw what I was doing with the arms. When I want to get it bend this way, I lift, the exaggerated version is lift this side of my body, stretch it out by lifting my elbow, putting this here. Now with my legs, I'm going to try to, instead of bending my leg, I'll try to lengthen my leg, and I put it back. There are two ways to cue with your leg. One is you can put your inside leg at the girth, your outside leg back, and wrap the horse around your inside leg. The cowboy way is to put this leg back and the outside leg at the girth, and that tells her to step over. I'm telling her hindquarters to step over, step under your belly button, step under your belly button, step under your belly button. And this leg tells her to go that way. I do this because I like to ride bridleless, and that way I can ride bridleless. And this leg tells her which way to go. The inside leg tells her step under your belly button. It gets the bend. The inside leg gets the bend, and the outside leg tells her which way to turn. All right? So, thank you very much. Snakey bends in small circles to mobilize the ribs. Thank you, Annie.